a battle over political power intensifying in Texas, with control of the U.S. House potentially hanging in the balance. At the center is a Republican plan to redraw the state's congressional map and a multi-million-dollar Democratic effort to stop it.
In this explainer, we'll break down what's happening and why it matters nationwide.
Texas Republicans, encouraged by former President Donald Trump, have launched an effort to redo the state's political boundaries outside the normal 10-year cycle. Redistricting, the process of drawing the 435 U.S. House districts, usually follows each census to keep populations equal. But nothing in federal law prevents a state from doing it more often, a move known as mid-decade redistricting. How those lines are drawn can tilt the playing field by clustering or dispersing voters, a practice critics call gerrymandering. Governor Greg Abbott has called a special legislative session which opened July 21st to craft new lines for Texas's 38 House seats. Republicans hope to carve out as many as 5 additional GOP-leaning districts, shoring up their narrow majority in Washington ahead of the 2026 midterms. Abbott argues the session is needed because a recent Justice Department letter raised constitutional concerns that 4 Democratic-held districts were improperly drawn on the basis of race. Democrats dismiss that claim as a pretext for a partisan power grab.
Outside the Capitol, Democrats are mounting a counteroffensive. The National Democratic Redistricting Committee, chaired by former Attorney General Eric Holder, is organizing a fundraising blitz. Former President Barack Obama will headline an event in August, part of a plan to pour millions into legal challenges and voter mobilization efforts in Texas and at least a dozen other states through 2026. Inside the State House, however, Democrats have few votes and fewer options. They are threatening procedural delays and, as a last resort, could again leave the state to deny Republicans the quorum needed to pass a map, a tactic they used during past fights over voting rules.
Other blue state leaders are also weighing in. California Governor Gavin Newsom and others warn that if Texas presses ahead, they may redraw their own maps to squeeze out additional Republican seats, turning the dispute into a coast-to-coast arms race.
Even some GOP strategists caution the plan could backfire. To create new Republican-leaning districts, map drawers must siphon conservative voters from existing safe seats. If too many are peeled away, those once secure districts could become competitive, a pitfall known as a dummy-mander. Public sentiment could shape the debate as well. A recent poll of 22 competitive Texas districts found that 63% of likely voters view mid-decade redistricting as unnecessary.
For now, the special session continues, with public hearings underway and court challenges all but guaranteed. Whatever lines emerge will shape not only Texas politics, but also the balance of power in Congress, long before any voter casts a ballot in 2026.